Okay, this video we're going to multiply fractions. Still, unit 2. Okay, number 1. In multiplying fractions, you multiply numerators by numerators and denominators by denominators. It's a lot different than adding and subtracting, where you only add and subtract the numerator while you have to have a common denominator. In multiplication with fractions, you do not have to have a common denominator. So number 2, mixed numbers must be converted to improper fractions. Remember, a mixed number is a whole number with a fraction, and an improper fraction is a fraction that has a larger numerator than a denominator. And whole numbers must be written over 1. So say we have the number 4. As a fraction, we need to write it over 1. So we would have be 4 over 1. So let's do some examples. So we multiply our numerators by our numerator, and 4 times 2 is 8. And then we multiply our denominator by our denominator, and that's 15. And we cannot simplify that. So let's do another one. So then we have numerator by numerator. 6 times 2 is 12. And 7 times 7. Don't get confused. These are the same, but you still have to multiply them together. So 7 times 7 is 49. And that cannot be reduced. Okay, a trick that I taught the students, and it would help them in the future because they have trouble simplifying fractions, and they do have a little trouble with this. But this is where we cross cancel. So 2 and 4 are multiples of each other. So I know that 2 will go into itself 1 time, and I know that 2 will also go into this 2 times. And I know that 3 and 3 are divisible by each other. And so 3 will go into 3 1 time, and 3 will go into itself 1 time. And so then you just continue to multiply as usual. So 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 2 is 2. If we would have multiplied without cross canceling, we would have gotten 6/12, which you can divide that by 6 and by 6, and it still equals 1/2. Okay, let's do cross canceling with this one. I know that 3 and 15 are multiples of 3. So 3 will go into itself 1 time, and 3 will go into 15 5 times. I know that 8 and 6 are multiples of 2, so I can cross reduce here. 2 will go into 8 4 times, and 2 will go into 6 3 times. And then continue multiplying as usual, numerator by numerator. 1 times 3 is 3, and 4 times 5 is 20. And if we would have multiplied without cross reducing, we would have gotten 18. Oh my goodness, 15 times 8, that's 48, 9, 10, 11, 12, but 18 over 120. And I would have had to reduce this, but by cross reducing, I didn't have to reduce my answer. So cross reducing is a valuable strategy. All right, let's go on to the next slide. Okay, here we have mixed numerals. Mixed numerals must be changed into improper fractions. And the kids taught me what is known as popcorn. So it kind of looks like a little popcorn kernel there. But we multiply our denominator and our whole number. We multiply, and then we add our numerator. So 2 times 2 is 4. And then 4 plus 1 is 5. So we have a brand new fraction, 5 over 2. And then we still have to do the same thing here. Popcorn it again, multiply and add. So 5 times 3 is 15. Add 3, that's 18 over 5. We still keep the same denominator. So 18 times 5, that's 40, 90, equals 90 over 10. Or 90 over 10 Let me erase this here. Equals 9. All right, let's do the same thing to this one. We have to popcorn, and that's multiply and add. So 6 times 4 is 24. 24 plus 5 is 29. So we have 29 over 6. That's correct, right? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 20. Yeah, 29 over 6. Multiply, and we have to do it here too. 1 times 4, we multiply and add. So 1 times 4 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. 5 over 4. So 29 times 5. And that's 14. So it's 145 over 24. And here we have an improper fraction, so we have to change that to a proper fraction to simplify. And so I would take 145 and divide it by 24. So 24 will go into 145. It's almost 25, so I know it'll at least go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. Let's see here. 24 times 6, 4, 2, 12, 13, 14. Yes, it will go. It will go 6 times. And that'll be 144. And then we take our remainder and then we put it on top of our denominator. So our answer here would be 6 and 1, 24. And that's it. Thank you for watching.